What's up, everyone? This is Boilernator69420, and this is, I realize, a little bit late, but I don't really care. I wanted to get it up. My 2012 NFL mock draft. If you've watched my channel, you've seen I was going to do it in 3 parts. Because of the fact that it's so late, I have decided to just do it all at once and hope that I can get it all uploaded. Sorry about that. Anyways, my videos tend to run a little long, so I'll shut up about the intro and jump right in. The number 1 overall pick belongs to the Indianapolis Colts, and we all know they're going to draft Andrew Luck, quarterback out of Stanford. Guy's a beast, period. The number 2 pick belongs to the Washington Redskins. They will draft quarterback Robert Griffin III out of Baylor. Again, beast, next. The number 3 pick in the draft belongs to the Minnesota Vikings, and I believe they will draft the best offensive lineman since Jake Long to come out of college, and that is Matt Kalil out of USC. The number 4 pick belongs to the Cleveland Browns. I have them taking Justin Blackmon, wide receiver out of Oklahoma State. He gives Colt McCoy a legitimate number 1 receiver, and quite frankly, they need it in Cleveland if they have any thought of competing with the other 3 teams in that division that all, by the way, made the playoffs last year. The number 5 pick belongs to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and this one I believe will be Trent Richardson, running back, out of Alabama. Personally, I think Trent Richardson is very similar to LeGarrette Blount, just a hell of a lot better. That's just all I have to say about that. The number 6 overall pick belongs to the St. Louis Rams, and the Rams, I believe, will draft Morris Claborne, corner out of LSU. This is, I believe, a very good value pick for them. I mean, Morris Claborne could very well go as high as number 4. So getting him at number 6, I believe, is a pretty good steal, and teaming him with Cortland Finnegan, they're going to need as many defensive backs as they can get. Everybody in that division is going to need defensive backs playing the San Francisco 49ers, who we'll get to in a little bit. The number 7 overall pick belongs to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I believe they will draft Michael Floyd, wide receiver out of Notre Dame. A little bit of a reach in my opinion, but I mean, Michael Floyd is going to go in the first round, and the Jaguars need somebody to solidify their wide receiving core, very similar to the Cleveland Browns, for their young quarterback. So, why not? The number 8 overall pick belongs to the Miami Dolphins, who are my personal favorite team. And the Dolphins, my gut tells me the Dolphins are going to draft Ryan Tannehill, quarterback out of Texas A&M. But I think that would be a stupid pick. I mean, very similar to what happened last year with guys like Jake Locker and Blaine Gabbert, and especially Christian Ponder. Second-round talents going in the first round because of need. Don't do it, Miami. Draft Riley Reiff, offensive tackle out of the University of Iowa. Solidify that offensive line. And in round 2, you can go get a better quarterback than Ryan Tannehill in either Brandon Weeden, Nick Foles, or Brock Osweiler. All 3 of those guys, I believe, will be better pros than Ryan Tannehill. The number 9 overall pick belongs to the the Carolina Panthers, Holy crap. I believe the Panthers will select Fletcher Cox, defensive tackle out of Mississippi State. Fletcher Cox could dominate offensive lines in the SEC. I believe he can do the same thing in the NFL. The number 10 pick belongs to the Buffalo Bills. This is another one that might be a little bit of a reach to most. I don't believe it will be. I believe the Bills will draft Jonathan Martin, offensive tackle out of Stanford. Jonathan Martin can run block. He can pass block. Just ask Andrew Luck. Ask Andrew Luck about the guy going at number 11 overall to the Kansas City Chiefs as well. I have that being David DeCastro, offensive guard out of Stanford. I mean, Stanford had one of the best running games in the NCAA last year, and those two guys are the main reasons why. The number 12 pick belongs to the Seattle Seahawks. I have them taking Luke Kuechly, linebacker out of Boston College. I mean, Kuechly is an absolute beast. He can really go. I mean, I'm a Florida State college football fan, and the man can play. Trust me, I've watched him. I mean, the guy is NFL ready. Reminds me a lot of Zach Thomas, just a hell of a lot more athletic. The number 13 pick in the 2012 draft belongs to the Arizona Cardinals, and I have them drafting Ryan Tannehill, quarterback out of Texas A&M. While I believe Tannehill is the most overrated quarterback in the draft, I am listening to experts who think he will go as high as number 4, as low and no lower than number 8. I have him going at 13 because somebody is going to take a flyer on this guy. I think personally that Ryan Tannehill is going to have more of a Mark Sanchez career, and yeah, we know how Mark Sanchez is doing. The number 14 pick belongs to the Dallas Cowboys, and I believe they will draft Dontari, nose tackle out of Memphis. Another guy I think is slightly overrated, a workout freak who did not produce at Memphis. There's a reason he did not produce at Memphis. I don't know what it is, but Jerry Jones is in love with the guy, so he will draft him. The number 15 pick belongs to the Philadelphia Eagles. I believe the Eagles will help solidify their front seven, which was horrible in 2011, by drafting Melvin Ingram out of South Carolina, the defensive end / linebacker. And Melvin Ingram could go as high as number 5 or number 6 overall. So this would be a great value pick, I believe, for the Philadelphia Eagles at number 15. The number 16 pick belongs to the New York Jets. I believe they will draft Mark Barron, safety out of Alabama. He's the best safety in this draft by a comfortable mile. He'd probably be the only one drafted in the first round. And the Jets need help in the secondary. The number 17 pick belongs to the Cincinnati Bengals. And I believe the Bengals in this draft will be looking to replace Cedric Benson, but I believe they can do that later. I also believe they will be looking to upgrade their wide receiving core and especially upgrade this defensive secondary. With this pick, I have them taking Kendall Wright, wide receiver out of Baylor. Kendall Wright is a deep threat, and the man can just run for days. Putting him alongside A.J. Green and Jermaine Gresham is just not fair. The number 18 pick belongs to the San Diego Chargers. I have them taking Whitney Merciless, defensive end out of Illinois. The guy had a lot of production last year that skyrocketed his draft value, had a great combine. And again, I live in the state of Iowa, so I'll watch a lot of Big Ten games when I'm not watching Florida State. And this guy can go. No doubt about that. The number 19 pick belongs to the Chicago Bears. And the Bears, they have a couple of different ways they could go. I will have them go defense and go Quentin Coples, defensive end out of North Carolina. You know, if you want to get somebody to put off or take the pressure a little bit off of Julius Peppers, this is a guy that can do it. Sure, he's got some character issues, but I think the Bears locker room, guys like Brian Urlacher and Lance Briggs and Jay Cutler, can really help this guy out. The number 20 overall pick belongs to the Tennessee Titans. And the Titans, I believe, will upgrade their secondary and look for a replacement for Cortland Finnegan, who, as mentioned before, left for the Rams. So I believe they will draft Dre Kirkpatrick, corner out of Alabama. Dre Kirkpatrick is a beast. And this is a guy who can cover man-to-man. He can cover in a zone. And he'd be a great value pick here, I think, at number 20. He could go to the Bengals at number 17. The Bengals pick again at number 21, and they will take a guy, I believe, who has some character issues, but, I mean, when have the Bengals ever been scared to draft a guy with character issues? I have them taking Janoris Jenkins, corner out of North Alabama, formerly of the University of Florida. The number 22 overall pick. 22 pick belongs to the Cleveland Browns, and I believe they will go running back here. I think they will go Lamar Miller, running back out of the University of Miami. I believe this is a reach, but as I said with the Justin Blackmon pick, they're looking for guys who can hit home runs on every play, and Lamar Miller can certainly do that. The number 23 pick belongs to the Detroit Lions, and I have them taking Stephon Gilmore, corner out of South Carolina. They need to upgrade that secondary, and Stephon Gilmore would be a very good fit, I believe. The number 24 pick belongs to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I believe they will select Dante Hightower, linebacker out of Alabama. That dude was just made to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers, period. The number 25 pick belongs to the Denver Broncos, and I believe they will go Stephen Hill, wide receiver out of Georgia Tech. Stephen Hill averaged damn near 30 yards a catch last year. It's unbelievable, and he'll give Peyton Manning a deep threat that they don't really have in Denver right now. The number 26 pick belongs to the Houston Texans, and I believe they will go for the best wide receiver available, which at this point would be Alshon Jeffrey, wide receiver out of South Carolina. Alshon Jeffrey is a top 10 talent who has fallen because he didn't really produce very much last year. But I think the guy is an absolute animal, and he will have a successful NFL career, especially if he gets to play beside Andre Johnson. Number 27 pick belongs to the New England Patriots, and I believe the Patriots will go Nick Perry, defensive end out of USC. They need to upgrade their defense in general, but especially the front seven, and this would be a good pick to do that. The number 28 pick belongs to the Green Bay Packers. I believe they go Courtney Upshaw, defensive end out of Alabama. Courtney Upshaw can really play. I think we all know that. And the guy is just going to have a phenomenal NFL career, especially if he gets to not have a lot of pressure on him, with guys like Clay Matthews on that team. Number 29 overall pick belongs to the Baltimore Ravens, and I believe the Ravens will go Peter Kahns, center out of Wisconsin. Wisconsin produces a hell of a lot of really good offensive linemen. We'll look at Joe Thomas, for example, and I think Kahns has the ability to do something along those lines. The number 30 overall pick belongs to the San Francisco 49ers. I think they go Coby Fleener, tight end out of Stanford. Jim Harbaugh likes to use 2 or 3 tight ends, and if you don't think it can work, look at the Patriots. Coby Fleener and Vernon Davis, that's a scary, scary combination. The number 31 overall pick belongs to the New England Patriots, and I believe they will go Shea McCollum, defensive end out of Boise State. Again, needing to upgrade the front seven, and McCollum, although he played at Boise State, has the ability to be a difference maker on any team's defensive line. He falls this far in the first round because he played at Boise State, in my opinion. The number 32 overall pick belongs to the world champion New York Giants, and I believe they will pick Mike Adams, offensive tackle out of Ohio State. They're going to need a new left tackle, and Mike Adams is, again, another guy who could go in the top 15 overall. I could see him as high as number 10 to the Bills, and I believe he fills a need, and it would be good for the Giants. Well, that is my first round mock, and thanks for watching. Subscribe up above if you haven't already. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. This is Waylanator69420 signing off. Stay classy, bitches.